Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Kurdeva session. So yesterday, what we have seen yesterday synchronized keyword and transient keyword. Just basic of that. That we are going to see in multi-threading in more detail. Okay. One more keyword is there, volatile keyword. Volatile, volatile modifier. We can say modifier. We'll discuss on this. What does this mean by volatile modifier? Okay. Now. So basically, it is a modifier. It is applicable to variable, but not for the classes and method. It is it is an modifier applicable 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 to variables, not for not for not for class not for class and methods. Okay. Where we are using this? Where we are using this? If the value of variables, if the value of if the value of variables keep on changing. Somebody is going to change, na? It is not going to change by default. If the value of variable keep on changing, then we can use volatile modifier. We can use volatile modifier to avoid data inconsistency. Hope you are good. Data inconsistency. What does this mean by data inconsistency? Try to observe now. Now, try to observe what is the explanation for this. Okay. Now, for example, there is some value. There is some value int x equal to 100. Int x equal to 100. Okay. Just think that there is a company, Airtel is company, right? Just imagine Airtel company is there. Airtel is a telecom company, right? Now think, they have bank account, na? They have bank account, right? Bank account. Some mechanism will be there, right? Because there will be people, 10 crore people using, let's say, Airtel. So they have to do every month recharge, na? They have to do every month recharge, right? 200 rupees, 500 rupees, something like that. They have to do recharge. So there will be their application, right? There will be their application. Inside the application, there will be some variable. Let's say int recharge. Int recharge equal to what? Something. 0. By default, they are giving int equal to recharge equal to 0. Some logic will be there, na? Now what happened? People are doing recharge, na? People are doing recharge. Recharge 1. Then what will happen? Recharge 2. Like, then n number of recharge will happen, right? N number of recharge will happen, right? Means lakhs of recharge monthly, crore of people are recharge. So what will happen? In this case, everyone will going to use this going to change this value, right? Some 120, some 200, like this, right? This value is going to change. And anyhow, they are going to map this some person's account, right? There may be some persons. Once recharge is done, okay, add this information to their person's account. That is fine. In this case, this recharge values keep on changing, na? These values keep on changing. So how to overcome this problem? How to overcome this problem means, if for example, some people are recharged and value will become 500. Another time, another person is recharging 200. What will happen? We will use volatile keyword. We will use volatile keyword. In that volatile, when we are using this volatile keyword in front of this variable, what will happen? Whenever a person is doing recharge, what JVM will do? For this person one, for this code thread, it will create a separate copy. For this thread, this will create one separate copy. And then the value will be stored here. The recharge value will be stored here in a separate copy. Okay. Let me give one more time. Okay. Just think, this is a recharge. Int x, int recharge. Recharge is the variable. Default value is 0. What will happen? Just think, one person is doing recharge, right? One person is doing recharge. Okay. This is, so we can say one thread is there, right? Thread means piece of code. This is also thread, right? Thread 1, thread 2, right? This is thread 1. This is thread 2. N number of parallel call will be there, na? This is thread 3. You don't know what is thread? Ignore. Just think thread is nothing but Java code. So if thread 1 is doing changing the value, if they change the value, what will happen? If this thread is going to change the value, what will happen? There may be chance of data inconsistency, na? There may be chance of data inconsistency. Means this T1 will change some value here. This T2 will change some value here. Then this T3 will change the value here, na? So every time data inconsistency will be there, right? So in that situation, what we have to do? We have to declare this variable as volatile. We have to declare this variable as volatile. So what will happen with this variable? These changes will not be done in master copy. Whatever recharge is there, there is one master copy will be there now. But using this volatile keyword, this thread will get separate copy. This thread will get separate copy. This thread will get separate copy. JVM provides the separate copy for each thread. Whatever performance you want to do, change the value. Now recharge 0 value will replace by what? If this thread is changing 100, if 0 value is there, this thread is making it 1000. If 0 is there, this thread is making it 500. Okay, once this is final, then it will reflect in the master copy. Are you getting? So this is the benefit of volatile key. So volatile keyword, what is the advantage? Volatile modifier is we can resolve data inconsistency problem. Okay, but creating and maintaining separate copy for every thread is a little complex thing, and it affects the performance. Okay, because what will happen? The complexity will increase, means performance will down now, right? So that's the reason, while using, don't use this everywhere. Don't use everywhere. If such certain variables are there, you think these values keep on changing, and there may be you are finding observing data inconsistency there. You can declare that variable as volatile, not for every variable. Okay, then what will happen? Problem is resolved, data inconsistency problem is resolved, but what will happen? This is resolved. This is resolved. But what is the side effect? Performance will reduce, na? Performance will reduce, right? So, because for every thread, one separate copy is going to create in background, which will degrade the performance, na? Which will degrade the performance, right? Which will degrade the performance. To avoid this, only whenever there are certain conditions, then only use this. Otherwise, don't use volatile keyword. Hope you are good, guys. Okay. Now, 1 minute, guys. I'm stopping my screen share. Same problem. Actually, today many people facing. We did not extended that meeting now. We need to extend the meeting. We will extend it, yeah, after this. Okay. Now, so you are good with volatile modifier. Can you discuss some questions on interview questions? Let me add some interview question. There may be n number of interview question, but we'll after the interview question we'll proceed with our topic. What topic? Interface. What will be the possible interview question? Okay. Is it possible to declare class as static, private, and protected? You have to think. I will paste in the chat. Okay. Okay. Now, what is final class? What is final class? What is final class? What will be the next question? Difference between mostly asked question. I am telling you there may be a number of possible question. I am telling you mostly they are asking. You don't know finalized keyword, it's fine, no problem. But this is one interview question. We will see what is finally, finalize. Okay. Finally, we will see in exception handling. Okay. Now, next question will be what? Right? What is abstract class? What is abstract class? Every topic is a question, guys, but I'm giving you what is difference between abstract class and interface. You will see you interface now. After a few question, I will give you. Okay. What is strict FP? What is strict FP? Key. Okay. What is difference between instance and static variable? They will give program. They won't ask you, but think. Now, is it possible to overload main method? Right? Is it possible to overload main method? Okay. Difference between static and instance variable. ठीक है. Serialization, deserialization is fine. Okay. Next question. Is it possible? Is it possible to override? Is it possible to override static method? How you can answer? Practice the program, then you were able to get answer. Okay. Now, combination, various combination of these keywords: public, static, abstract, final, synchronized, synchronized. Okay. Then abstract we have done. Okay. Fine. Combination for methods. What are the possible combination? You have to think any combination can be asked. Combinations for classes. What are the possible combination you can use? Public. Can you use public with final? Final with abstract? You have to think whatever combination is possible. Abstract, then strict FP. Then okay. Public, final, abstract, strict FP. Okay. Now these are the questions, guys. These are the questions. Okay. Now we have seen synchronize. What is synchronize? Synchronized keywords. Synchronized variable. Then we have seen transient variable. Then we understand volatile variables. Okay. So these are very, very, very important questions. Okay. There may be a number of questions, but I can think these are the variable possible question. Okay. I'm pasting in the chat. Okay. I am pasting in the chat. Okay. Now, hope you are able to copy paste. Okay. Now. Our next topic is interface, guys. Interface. Okay. Now try to understand what is interface. Think in that way. I have given in very initial days one good example. If you remember, if you don't remember, now try to focus. What does in my interface? If you understand interface, then you can able to understand interface in classes. I have taken one example in initial days. I have taken one example in initial days. What was the example? There is one guy. There is one guy, Amit. Okay. He has 40 lakhs rupees. He want to build an house, maybe 3 to 4 BHK. Okay. 3 to 4 BHK. And what is the use case? When he visited one contractor, he said, "Okay, I will build a home for you." Then you have to meet an architect. Architect for what? For design. For design, right? Then architect, what architect had given? Architect given this map. This is his plot, and this is architect. Let's say there is this two bedroom is there. This is one more bedroom is there. Okay. This is one. Here it is a toilet. This is a hall. This is bedroom one. This is bedroom two. Bedroom three. Okay. There may be some staircases. Okay. So what happened when they calculated the budget for this map is 50 lakhs. 50 lakhs. Okay. So what Amit decided? Amit decided, okay, what we will do? We will create foundation. We will create foundation. Foundation means as it is. But what we will do? What we will do? We won't create this room, bedroom number two. We will have one bedroom. This is mandatory. This is kitchen. This is room number three is fine, right? Or either we can have this room number three, we can have room number two, or we can compromise with one of the room. Okay, then what they did, they have what they did, they have what they did, they have one kitchen they develop out on the foundation. First room they develop, hall they develop, this is toilet they develop. Okay, then let's say they have developed this room also. But what they did not develop? This room. They did not develop this room. Amit decided and talked to contractor. Hey contractor, what I will do next year? I will have budget for this part. You can spend 40 lakhs, and next year what I will do? I will arrange 10 lakhs more. After that 10 lakhs, next year you can develop this room also. But he created foundation na. If you won't create foundation for this area, will it able to build the room? He able to develop walls and slab on this? No, na. So foundation they have developed in that budget, 40 lakhs rupees. But this room, this complete room, he developed next year. This completely next year. Because he planned everything. So planning is coming under interface. Planning is coming under interface. And planning implementation comes under classes. Planning implementation comes under classes. Hope you are good, guys, with this example, right? So interface, what is the purpose of interface? Whenever we are implementing, okay, we don't have exact plan implementation, but we know in future we are going to do that. So we are going with interface, but we have some information and everything we know. Okay, I have to develop this, I have to develop that, I have some everything information, then we will go with class. Okay, now hope we are good, guys. Okay, now yeah, if you are not able to copy, I will paste those questions in the channel. Okay, very good. Let me clear the screen. Yeah, clear or right. Okay, now try to observe. If you are not able to copy that, let me, I will, at the end of this session, I will ping all this thing in the chat. Now try to observe it. So what is basically interface? No need to give some definition in your sci-fi language. Okay. This implementation, when we are having some implementation, then we go with class, right? I have one question, right? What is the interview question here? Somewhere I have mentioned, right? No, no, right? Abstract class and interface. Different. So let me add abstract class and interface and normal class. Okay. So what is interface? Interface is nothing but whenever we are not aware about the implementation, but we know that we have to do something in future, then we will go with interfaces. Okay. Apart from that, we have the method inside that is abstract method. What is in abstract method? Method one with this syntax. These are abstract method, right? But same concrete method with this with logic we have to apply. So this is called something syntax for abstract method. This is concrete method with logic we have to write, right? Okay. So now what is the syntax for interfaces? We have interface, any name, like employee, okay, employee. That is fine. Okay, and we can have methods here, abstract method here. Okay, hope we are good. Okay, so this is the basic syntax for interface. Okay, now we will try to understand slowly one few example. Now I want this is abstract method now. Now we will see some example. I am coming here. I have some project practice. Inside that we have package. Can I create one package? Interfaces new package com dot app dot interface. Interfaces I am giving for your reference. We are not using in this way, but I am giving you for your reference. This is a package. Interfaces I use. Interface, if I will use, it won't allow because it is a keyword. It is a keyword. It is giving class and interface. Can I create one class interface? Let me create one interface. What is the name of interface? What name I can give? Any name I can give. Okay. Let me give one test interface. Test interface I am giving. Okay, test interface I am giving. Now interface is created. Now interface is created, right? Interface is created, right? Can I create one method inside this method? Inside interface? Let me create one. Can I use public void any method one. First method I am giving. Can I use like this? Body I cannot give, right? 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I'm stopping my screen share. Yeah, I am again sharing my screen. Please see. Okay. So in interface, can I use this method in this way? No, no. We cannot use with body. What we have to do? We have to delete this flower brackets. Now fine, perfectly fine, right? How to select? Select all, Control Shift F. Now there is one main method. We don't know, but we know this. We have to define something in future. This syntax wise. Okay. Now can I create one class? Can I create one class? Let me create one class. Create one class. Let me create one test class. Test class. Okay. Test class I am creating. Test class is created. We have test interface. We have test interface. We want this method to implement. See, I have to implement. So what is the syntax? What is the syntax? I want to this class. So there are two keywords, guys. Till now I have used extend keyword na. I have used two keyword. That is extend keyword and Now I'm going to use implement keyword. Try to observe. There are two keywords, guys. There are two keywords. What are those two keywords? Extends. Extends. And now we are going to use implement. Try to observe. Okay. What is the difference? Interview question. What is the difference between extend and implement? Okay, let me note it down here. Difference between extends and implements. Okay. Now observe. This time I'm not using extend. What I am to use implement, because I have to implement what? Interface. Okay. What is my interface name? Test interface. I have to use keyword. Can I try extends keyword? See, what is asking? Change extends to implement, or either you can make test class to interface. Okay, this is a class na. If you want to, if I will make this as interface, okay, I have to make this as interface, but this is not interface. This is class, right? So what I'm trying to take the property of this interface na. So what keyword I have to use? Implement. Okay, which property I have to use? Ignore this for now. Implement. Yes, implements. Now error come where? In class name. What is asking? Add unimplemented methods. What method we have created in interface? This method. We created our definition there, but the implementation here. Okay, you are understanding, right? Similar to abstract classes, right? We had did something there. That is the reason we are trying to understand. We are trying to understand between going forward, what is implementation, what is extract, what is difference between abstract class, normal class, interface. We are going to see this. These all are interview questions, guys. Okay. Now, what we did is public class test class implements test interface. Means whatever the property inside this, can I add one more property inside this? Let me do that. If I will add one more method here, it will ask to implement that method also. Can I create one more method? But this time I will give another name, method 2. I am giving another method name with another name. Save. See, error came here now. It is asking whatever not implemented, implement that. Method 1 is coming. Hope you are good. Now the question is, what is the difference between extend and implement? So the answer is a class can extend only one class at a time. What is the difference between here? Extend. A class can extend only one class at a time, not more than one class. But what is Binbed implement? A class can implement any number of interfaces. Any number of interfaces. Let's see this example also. Now, for example, this is the test class now. Let me create one more test class 1. Test class 1. We'll see that slowly. Okay. Let me create one class, employee employee class. Let me create Airtel class. Airtel class is there. Okay, Airtel class is there. Okay. I am giving some Airtel classes there. I have some method here. I have some, for example, I have one Airtel class, and let me create one more class, network class. Let me use such kind of terminology. Network class. What does this mean? Network class. Now try to observe. Now try to observe. I have one Airtel class and I have one network class. Two classes I am having now. Let me create one method class. I am giving one method public, 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 void, void 5G, 5G network. I am creating one class method 5G network. Is that fine? No problem. Okay. There is some logic here. No need to worry. What is that logic? I'm not trying interested in printing anything. I am trying to explain you what is the difference between extend and implement. Can I, this is a class now? Can I come here? Can I come here? Okay. Can I come here? Can I come here and use extend keyword? Let me do extend. Extends. What Airtel is the class. Fine, perfectly fine. No problem. Any issue you are finding? You are able to extend one more class. Can I create one more class recharge? Let me create one recharge. All are related to telecom company na Airtel network recharge. I created one more class. I have created one more class. Now try to observe. 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah. You're able to see, right? Now. Oh, sorry, I was talking on mute. We have three class, Airtel, network and recharge. All are three classes now. All are three classes, right? Now, what we are trying to understand, we are trying to define that where one class is able to extend more class or not. Okay. I extended network. Can I use recharge like this? Recharge. Any spelling mistake? Yes. Even though spelling mistake, can we use this? What is it is showing? Error is there. But error is there. We cannot use in this way. So we are understanding we cannot extend this to. Because in this way, we are not able to extend using extend keywords. But at the same time, we will see how we can implement more than one interface, right? Now try to understand. Now try to understand. I am creating similar way. I am commenting in front of you this. I will create already we have one Airtel class and recharge in. I will create one Airtel interface. Now try to observe. Can I create one Airtel interface? Airtel interface. ठीक है. I have created one Airtel interface. Can I create one recharge interface? Can I create one recharge interface? Yeah, let me create one recharge interface. Recharge interface. ठीक है? Fine, right? You're able to see, right? Here Airtel interface is there, and beside that recharge interface is there. Class and interface. ठीक है? Come back to our network class where we are trying to do this extend. Okay, let me come. This is not valid case. This is not valid case. We are not able to extend more than one class. So I will remove this. That is perfectly fine. Instead of this, I want to implement. Okay, what is the name? Implements. Implements. I am using implement. Impli. Sometimes we also get confused. Na? Implement. What is the spelling? Implements. Yeah. Now try to observe. Network class. ठीक है. Now I am using what? Implement keywords. Now try to observe. network, we are going to implement more than 2 interfaces. Okay. Now try to observe. What is my name of the class? Airtel. Airtel interface. Airtel interface. Can I use comma? Recharge interface. Any problem now? Any problem? No, right? When I was using one class trying to extend, when I am using extend keyword, try to observe. When I am using what? Extends keyword, and I am using only what? I'm trying to extend class. What was the class name? Airtel. And what was the another class name? Like this. I am commenting this. There is some error, na? It is not allowing to extend one more than one class. But I am removing one class, then everything is fine. Right? So extend, that is justifying my statement, na? A class can extend only one class at a time, but an implement keywords, a class can implement any number of interface. Hope you are good, right? Now, so class, now this is about extend and implement. When we are using class, when we are using class, now coming to one more point. Instead of this, can I use a statement, an interface, an interface, an interface, an interface can extend, can extends any number of interface. Guys, try to understand one shortcut. When same thing are there, class, you want to do the relation, use extends. Interface, use extends. But if you are you are doing class versus interface, then definitely you have to use the word implement. Are you getting? I'm trying to interface, I'm trying to extend. Okay, whatever interface I want to implement inside interface. Same, na, both are interface versus interface. Which keyword I'm using? Extend. Similarly, class and class. Then we can use extend. But when they are different class and interface, which is the one we can use? Implement. But when both are classes, we can only using extend only one class. But when there are n number of interface, using extend keyword, we can extend any number of the classes. Are you getting the concept? Now try to observe. Same thing we are going to justify. So how many interface we are having? For example, in test interface I'm having, right? Let me open this. Test interface is there. Fine. No problem. Other than that, test interface, one interface is there. Can I use extend keyword? Extend. I want to extend two interfaces. Let me use Airtel interface, Airtel interface, Airtel interface, comma. What is the other interface, guys? Recharge interface. Recharge interface. Any error, guys? Any error? See, this is interface. These are also interface. So more than one I am using now. So interface can extend more than one interface, but that is not valid case for classes. That is not valid case for classes. We have observed that. Okay, now let me save this. Now, hope you are good till this. Okay, now, what is our next topic? Can we use this combination? Can we use this combination? For example, we have one interface and we have class and we have another class. Can we implement using both keywords? Let me try. This is test class. It is perfect fine. What it is doing, implementing one interface na. It is implementing one interface. Okay? Can I use one more keyword extends here? Combination. Let's see. Extend. Class can extend class na. Now try to understand. Can I use one class Airtel? Airtel. No, right? What is showing? We cannot use in this format, right? Class we are trying to implement, right? Now try to observe. Now try to observe. This is the class. Can we use extend keywords? Extend Airtel, then implement interface. That is possible, na? That combination is possible. Means one class we are trying to extend one class and implement another test class. So this is one of the use case, right? Now try to observe. What is our next topic, guys? What is our next topic? We have seen extends, implements. Why we are using this? To achieve the property of one class into another class, to implement one interface method into, to provide the implementation in another class. That is the purpose of this, na? That is the purpose of this word, two words. Okay? We will see some more programs programmatically. We will see some more programmatically. Okay, now till this you are good. Okay, now. So if somebody asks you the interview question, this combination, then you have to practice that, right? Otherwise, you will find difficult. Okay, now. I am inside this interface. Can I go any in interface? Fine. Now try to understand. Okay. I am defining one method. One method. Can I use this method? One void recharge. Void recharge method. In this way also we can write. Now try to observe. Paste here. Okay. Void recharge. Now I am using one keyword public. Method name are same as a commenting. This is also valid, right? Now copy this. Better paste here. Paste here. Already I am having. Comment this same method name. Provide that. But always inside we are using abstract na. That is also fine. Let me comment this. Okay. Now paste here. Can I use the combination public abstract? Public abstract. Public abstract this. Control Shift tab. Save. We are using same method name. Void recharge is fine. Public void recharge is fine. Abstract recharge is fine. And I am using complete syntax public abstract void recharge. What does this mean? So whatever the method inside interface is always public and abstract, whether we are declaring or not. I am not using, I am defining this method inside interface. I am writing like this void recharge, even though it will be treated as public abstract void method void recharge. Okay, why public? Why public? By default, because to make this method available for every implementation. What is guys? Why we will hide interface? What is the purpose of interface? Interface purpose is to provide implementation child class na. When there will be class that will extend this interface, Airtel interface will be there. It will use this method na to provide implementation. By providing in class, we can have body, then we will write logic, right? Otherwise, what is the purpose of this if we are not able to? If I will make it private, what is the benefit of this method? What is the benefit of interface? No, na. So by default, this method will be public. Okay. By abstract, Why abstract? Yesterday we have seen abstract methods also, right? Abstract task, all these things. What is the purpose of abstract? Abstract purpose is to provide implementation. Who is responsible to provide the implementation? Classes are responsible to provide implementation, right? If I am not using abstract here also, by default, this method is treated as public, abstract, void, recharge, which is nothing but similar this syntax, right? Public, abstract, void, recharge. Hope you are good. Hope you are good. ठीक है? Now, can we use variable? Can we use variable? An interface can contain variable. We are talking about methods. Can I use one variable int x equal to 10? Int x equal to 10. Yes, we can take. ठीक है? What is the purpose of interface variable? To define any requirement. For example, any requirement is there. For example, Airtel company is going to launch in Nepal, Sri Lanka. It is available in all over the world, but not in, let's say, not in China, not in Sri Lanka. Tomorrow they want to implement their plant, everything related to Airtel related thing in Sri Lanka. They want to decide that okay, we want to implement our Airtel implementation where in Sri Lanka. That time what will they want to provide some implementation na by default value. So whatever the value, whatever the variable we are defining in interface, this is predefined na to the implementation classes. Okay. So one more thing. One more thing. This value is not going to change, guys. This value is not going to change. If you are defining any variable inside interface, you are providing, okay, always whoever using this Airtel interface child, extending this child, always this value is going to be remain constant. This value is considered as always static and final. Did I write like this static? Static like this? No. Did I write? No. I'm not writing, but it is static. Can I use final? I can use final, but I am not using final also means that is by default static and final. Why? What is the reason of this? What is the reason of this? Let me note it down first for public. Why public? Above method is why public? Public method why? Because public method why? Because to make method available. Method available to every implementation class. Implementation class. Okay? That is why methods are public in interfaces. Why abstract? Why abstract? What is the reason? But because whatever the class implementation classes are responsible for implementation. Okay? This is the reason, right? Now, similarly, coming to variable. Why variable are static? Public. Why? Because by default it is public. You defined or not. Why? What is the reason? Because to make it available for implementation class. Tomorrow you are implementing this interface. So this variable by default public means it should be available to implementation class. Okay. So that variables should be available for implementation class. Hope you are good. Now, why static? By default, it is static, right? What is the difference between static and instance? Instance require object creation. Object creation is possible for whom? Classes. We are not creating object for interfaces. So if we are not creating object for interfaces, okay, if I will keep this as instance, it will not be by default static. So how we can use this? We cannot, right? Because object creation is not possible for interface. So that is the reason static. So by default, it is variables defined in interface are static. So without object creation is possible. Object creation is possible for whom? Object creation is possible for classes, but not for interface. Okay. So then what if I won't be able to use this? Then what is the benefit? That is why it is made as static, so that we can use. Now, why it is final? Why it is final? Why it is final? Control question mark to comment the line. What is why final? Because implementation class can access this value, but cannot modify. Whenever we are declaring any variable as final, we cannot modify. So implementation class can access this value, but cannot modify. This is the reason why interfaces classes are defined as public by abstract by default, and variable are defined as by default public, static, and final. Hope you are good. Now this is public, right? Interface is public. Can I use private? You know what is private? Can I use private? No, not possible. See, error. Remove. Default is possible, right? I am not defining. Default is possible. Okay. Can I use protected? Can I use protected? Protected. No, we cannot define protected also, right? Okay. One keyword we have used, right? Transient. Transient. Can we use this? This is for variable, not for classes, method, interface. What are next? Volatile. Can we use this? No, error is there, right? So only what we can use public, make it public. Because nothing is there in implementation. So that if it is allowed to use, then only provide implementation. Then what is the purpose, right? That's why not possible. What is the next? We cannot use private. We cannot use private. We cannot use private. We cannot use protected, transient, volatiles, keywords with this. Hope you are good. Okay. Now, so these are the concept, guys. Okay. These are the concept we have seen today. Okay. I will provide all the interview questions, whatever I have noted here in my notes. Okay. I will provide all this question in channel. Okay. Prepare on this all combination. Please practice that. I'm stopping my screen share. I'm stopping the recording. Stop the recording.